You may have heard something called bank-owned properties or REOs. Do these things actually exist? Can you actually get properties straight from banks? Let me tell you, not only can you, but you want to. You want to learn how to buy bank-owned real estate because you can get better deals. You can get them before all the competition hits them. And those deals are where you're going to make more money than any other type of real estate deal. Let's go. If you're not looking for bank-owned real estate or REOs, you're missing out on one of the most powerful real estate opportunities in the market. When you buy bank-owned real estate, it positions you to make a whole lot more money on your deals. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 things you need to know about buying bank-owned real estate, who in the world you need to talk to, how you negotiate those deals so that you don't have to fight in the MLS with every other investor in the world trying to get at every single property that hits the market. The very first thing you want to do is start specifically searching for bank-owned real estate. But how in the world do you do that? There's 3 places you can look to find bank-owned real estate. The very first place is direct from the bank. And let me tell you, this is a networking game. Officers inside banks that deal with repossessions or foreclosures and they're getting properties back that they've loaned on and then connecting them with investors, they have investors targeting them all the time. So the goal for you is to connect with a local bank, maybe a bank that you already have a relationship with or a bank you already do business with, connect with the manager and ask them for a meeting. Go in and say, this is what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to start buying properties in this area and beautifying the properties and continue to build the health of our area. And I'm wondering if you'd be a potential partner to be able to make that happen. I'm looking for deals in this price range so we can do this and bring them to health. So anytime you have a loan go south, understand we have some financial backing so that we can make sure we get those deals done. As a side note, if you do go in and say that, you want to make sure you have some financial backing, whether that be hard money loans or actually raising private money. Those are 2 specific ways that you can go into these meetings with loan officers feeling much more confident about being able to take their deals. Because sometimes loan officers that are connecting foreclosures with investors want to see some proof of funds. They want to see you actually have cash in the bank, so if they do send it to you and they spend their time with you, that you can actually close on the property. Because most REOs, they're not going to roll into a mortgage. You're going to have to pay cash for them, and then you can refinance it after you pay off the original mortgage or pay the bank's price for that property. So understand, when you go meet with an officer, walking in and asking them to do another loan on a property they already had a loan on and lost on isn't really attractive. They want somebody to come in, pay that loan off, wipe that clean, and then you can refinance that property so you can pull the money out and use it for renovations, use it for your next property, or whatever fits your strategy for moving forward. But your loan officers are the very first place you want to look. And the second way to search for bank-owned properties or REO are through real estate agents. A lot of real estate agents have relationships not only with banks, because when people look to buy houses, they refer to banks, so they often have a working relationship with banks, and banks work with real estate agents. Because if they do have a property that they want to sell, sometimes the bank will try to sell that property a little closer to market or more than they have loaned on that property so they can recover back some of their cost of not getting paid on that mortgage. So they'll work with real estate agents to connect them to investors or even to homeowners. I found a lot of REOs or bank-owned properties through real estate agents before they've ever hit the market. And as long as you're networking with loan officers and networking with real estate agents, you have 2 powerful people on your team that can start you down the path of locking in some REOs. And then the third place that you can search for REOs is the MLS. It's the least effective and it's the least used, but I have found them on the MLS many times. Usually this happens in markets where there's a heavier supply than there is demand. When there's a heavier supply, then more properties are hitting the market, more foreclosures are happening, and then more REOs hit the MLS. When we have a supply shortage, you'll find very few bank-owned properties on the MLS. And as we're moving towards a foreclosure moratorium being lifted in the United States, we're going to see a lot more REOs hit the market. And the question will just be, will that supply catch up to demand? And that will dictate if the MLS starts surfacing some of those properties. But you look at bank officers, you look at real estate agents, and just know the MLS every now and then will surface a deal that works for an REO. I don't turn down the MLS for searching because here's the deal. I'll find deals everywhere. I find them from brokers, I find them from real estate agents, I find them from the actual MLS, and I don't really care, but just know the MLS doesn't yield as much results as networking with the team, but just know it's another first search item that you can look for. Before you actually lock in an REO or a bank-owned property, you're going to have cash on hand. So you're going to have to start networking with either hard money lenders or private capital. Those are the best two places in order to find capital to start buying up some REOs. Now, this is assuming you don't have capital in your own portfolio. If you have capital in retirement accounts or you have capital in your home, meaning you have equity that you can refinance and you can put into real estate, then you can certainly use some of your own capital. But as I say in real estate, we all invest to the ceiling of our capital. We all run out of money at some point and have to start leveraging other capital sources. And when you go to a bank, if you don't have capital ready to go, they're not going to give you the time of day. I know that might sound harsh. I'm just giving you the truth. They're going to dismiss you and go to a real estate investor that has the capital ready to go. So if you get your money ready to go before you ever go to them, when you walk into that meeting and you say, I already have the capital, I'm ready to go, that's a very, very strong sale to them. Not that they don't have other investors saying the same thing, but if you can show them, you can look in my accounts, I have this money ready to go, let's move. And the truth of the matter is, if you're using hard money, it won't be in your account. So you have to make sure that you understand when you're talking with them, hard money is second to private money. Because if you have a private money investor, you can set up the account, transfer it, then go have these meetings, then you can show them, I've got the money here. But hard money is a great backer in case you have to fall back on them for more capital in order to get these deals done. But bank officers are really just wondering, is this person legit? Do they have the money? Can they close? Am I going to have to worry that they're not going to be able to pull this off? That's really what they're wondering. They've already experienced headaches around this property. They're ready kind of to wash their hands of it. And the best way to wash their hands of it is sliding a check across the desk and letting them walk away. And being able to do that with private money is the strongest way to make that happen, build confidence with them and you. And once you do one deal, it's fun to watch the second and third and fourth come in. The third thing you want to know with REOs is work with real estate agents that understand investors. See, some agents get investors and they even do some of their own investing, and some do not. And if you work with agents that don't understand investors, they're going to be bringing you properties that don't make sense for investing. You want to work with agents that get it. Not only working with agents that understand investors, those are the agents that are going to have the best relationships with possible banks for you to buy REOs because they understand the investing game. They've been down this road before. I have learned in my real estate career, building my team is what's changed everything. And as you build your team, having a loan officer that's working and trying to connect foreclosures with investors, having an investor-friendly agent that understands the investing game, and then having private money, that is a trinity of success. And what you want to understand is when you build that team, it places you in an amazing position to get deals done. Now, this doesn't mean once you build that team, all of a sudden a deal hits your desk. You still have to be patient and persistent. Patience and persistence is what kills people in real estate because they're either persistent when they should be patient or they're patient when they should be persistent instead of both. You want to be pushing forward all the time, but be patient and waiting on that right deal. When it hits, then you can go. But you build the team so when that deal hits your desk, your whole team is ready to absolutely run forward on that deal. Before I go on to talk about how much you should be paying for bank-owned properties, make sure you subscribe to our channel and join our family of investors that are learning on how to raise private money, find deals, build their portfolios, and retire in half the time so they can live their life on their terms. We'd love to have you join our family. Let's get back to the video. So how much should you pay for a bank-owned property? Well, the truth is strategy dictates price. And here's what I mean. If your plan is to put another $30,000, $50,000 into the property and then sell it, you need to make sure you have enough room in how much you pay for the property from how much you can sell the property for. If you get a property for $100,000, you know you have to put $50,000 into it. You want that property to be able to be sold for $175,000 or $200,000. If it can't be, probably not the best property, probably not the best price for you. But if you're going to buy and hold the property, meaning I'm going to buy this property, I'm going to refinance it, and I'm going to put a renter in there, and I'm going to let them pay the rent every month, well, then I'm looking more at my return on investment year after year after year, not my return on investment just making sure I can sell it for more than I have into it. So your strategy dictates price. You'll always be able to pay a little bit more money for a property you're willing to buy and hold and rent out than you will from something that you're going to fix and flip. Because a property you're going to fix and flip is a property you're not only going to have the capital to buy the property, then you're going to have the capital to fix up the property, and then you need to still have distance to sell that property and make a return. But on a buy and hold property, you might be able to buy that property, put a little bit less into it, maybe put $5,000 to $10,000 in it, get it very safe and rent ready, rent that to a tenant, and you might have $110,000 into it, but you might be able to rent that out for $1,400, $1,500, $1,600 a month and be making money month after month after month on that money. Then you can refinance that property, and then you can take that money and continue to do it again and again and again. And that's the power of real estate, right? But strategy dictates price. There is no price you should pay for a real estate owned property unless we're talking about the area and your strategy. What area? What does the area dictate that property should be? And what are you actually going to do with that property? So when you go to a bank, have your strategy in mind. Because when they tell you the price, that way you'll know if you can actually pay that price or not. Please do not be the buy it and figure out later person. That person finds themselves hating real estate and eventually hating their life. And I'm telling you that because I've been there. I've been there and like, listen, let's just get the property, we'll figure it out. The figure it out phase sounds really easy before you have that property. And then when it's there and it's a disaster, figuring it out becomes a nightmare and it robs your freedom. Remember, I'm not in real estate to generate revenue as its end. I'm in real estate to create freedom, and I use revenue to do that. And that means every time I look at a property, the strategy will dictate if I buy the property and the price of that. I buy and hold because I want passive revenue, creating freedom so I can live my mission, continue to help people just like you. But the truth is, don't buy real estate just for that income, because what happens is your mind will get shifted inside the deal and you'll just figure that you can make it on the back end. You'll pay way more for that property and you'll start losing money on real estate. And let me tell you, if you lose money on real estate, you've done something wrong, unless the market has changed. Because real estate really doesn't lose money. That's why we invest in it. So if you find yourself losing money on a deal, you have to back up and see what decision you made that got you to that place. The fifth thing you want to do if you're going to buy bank-owned properties is to start building your team. Earlier, I talked about building your team with loan officers, agents, and your private money lenders. But when you have that property, you need a team to be able to take that property to a success. So the team of loan officers, agents, and private money helps you get the property. But you need a team once you have the property. And there's three people you want. You want a wholesaler, you want a fix and flip manager, and you want a property manager. And here's why. When you have a wholesaler, if you want to just take in that property and wholesale it to another person, then they can do whatever they want with that property. Then you can sell it off, make a short income. So you can sell that property off, make a little bit of income, go on to the next property. You also want a fix and flip manager or a contractor and somebody that can start fixing up that property to get it to its success. So if you buy that property, now it's time to put new cabinets in, put new flooring in, paint the property. You want somebody managing that. Or you know what you have? You have a very high-paid job. I don't want you to have a job. I want you to have freedom. And that fix and flip manager or contractor is going to be able to manage that property to its success. Now you can even give your fix and flip manager or your contractor a little piece of the equity on performance. If we get this done, if we hit these timelines, if we make this much money, I'm going to give you an X percentage, and it keeps them incentivized. That's the second member on your team. The third member on your team is a property manager, and this is if you're going to buy and hold the property. If you're going to buy the property, start renting the property out, you want a manager that's going to search for tenants. Find good tenants, screen tenants, collect rent from tenants, make sure tenants have what they need, fix the property. Managers give you all the freedom. That's the team you need to build if you truly want to grow your portfolio. Last year, we bought an REO, bank-owned property, for about $85,000. So we paid cash for the property, put about $30,000 into it, which means we had about $110,000, $115,000 in that range on that property, and we ended up selling that property for $185,000. That's the power of bank-owned property. And you know what I did? I had a fix and flip manager. I had somebody that did all the work. I just put up the money. I didn't do any of the work, and I made 50% of the profit. That's freedom, and that's what I want you to do. And that's why I also want to give you a free gift today. I want to offer you our free multifamily masterclass. It's the training I've used to help hundreds of people start getting multifamily real estate and buy and hold real estate to grow their portfolio. As you're looking for bank-owned properties, you want to make sure you understand the world of multifamily, because after you make money, that's where everybody wants to put it, because it's the best place to invest. Click the link below in the description, head to the training, and I'll see you there.